Hilda Solis virtually remade the Board of Supervisors, along with Sheila Kuehl, when both were elected in 2014. "20 years had passed since Los Angeles County's close brush with bankruptcy, and the previous board kept the prospect of insolvency in the forefront of its policymaking, in much the way Depression-era parents often grew up to become penny-pinching grandparents. While fiscally prudent, that approach allowed the problems of the county's most needy and marginalized people to mount. That thinking changed in 2014 when Solis became part of the most politically progressive board ever, and she amplified and addressed demands of residents who bore the brunt of toxic pollutants, abusive jailers, unfair prosecution and exploding homelessness. She also brought an understanding of the needs of small businesses and their role in holding the county's economy together. She rode easily to victory in her first term, with backing from the Democratic political establishment based on her tenure as Secretary of Labor in President Obama's cabinet and, before that, in the state legislature. Re-election was even easier, no one filed to run against her in 2018. This year, as she seeks her third and final term, Solis faces 4 challengers who are angry with the county's direction, mostly because of a crime increase that began after lockdowns were lifted early in the pandemic and homelessness that seems more out of control than ever. Some of them also target Solis because of her strong support for the county's mask and vaccine mandates. Their frustrations, even those that are understandable, are off base. Solis has served the county and its people well in the years leading up to and including the pandemic. Voters in the 1st Supervisorial District, which runs from downtown and northeast Los Angeles to Pomona, should give her one more term to complete her ambitious agenda for a county overhaul based on equity and service delivery. That agenda is centered on the Care First strategy that is meant to stop the endless cycle of crime and dysfunction that leads to prosecution, jail, homelessness, mental breakdown or addiction and back to crime and dysfunction.